project. I'm a student in machine learning, so I created an application like ChatGPT, but it's called ChatSecure. Uh, it's like we will see what it is slowly. So first, I would like to start by greeting the guest speakers, and I would also like to greet my directress, who is not here, and my mentor, Chong, and my student success manager, Arthur, and all the students who are here, and also those who are watching from live stream. I did this project by myself. I'm in cohort C21, studying in Paris campus. This is for my presentation for January 2025. So what is my application? My application is basically a AI chatbot that can helps to protect private information. We all know that we can't actually put in bank passwords and private information into chatbots like large language models, because it can get leaked into the public domain. So so it's never right to put your private information into ChatGPT. So this is a solution for people who want to use the same features like ChatGPT, but who feel secure that they can protect their private information. And so this is just a proof of concept. So it's like I don't have the resources to develop like OpenAI ChatGPT. So this is just a starting step. So it can be deployed and maybe used by many people. So this is also for that reason, I decided to make it like an open source. So because if people with AI technology and AI GPUs, they can download it and modify it and put more powerful models into it. So for the moment, I have for this project, I have trained it on 10,000 documents, and so that's for this demonstration. I have done it, and I show you how, after my demo, I show you how the architecture works. So I did this whole project in 35 days. I started from 25 December, and most of my project was spent on backend. And also I deployed it on cloud. So it took that was also it took a long time for me. Most of my project was focused on backend and deployment on cloud. So now I will show you my demo, and then I will show you how I did it. Yes. So as you can see, there are four functions, in fact. Here I have implemented each. So I'll start with the most basic function, which is classification. But this is just the basic one. So what we are doing right now is like we are taking the image and asking my AI to decide what the file is like. So hold on. So for this, I have for this demonstration, I have two test files. So I upload one test file and ask my AI to tell me what it is. So it's a questionnaire. So let's check whether it's. This is a. Yeah. So this is a questionnaire. This is a scanned image, or it's basically it's not a so it's a JPEG file. So the AI goes and reads through it. So it can also classify PDF files. This is a PDF file. So it's an inventory report. So this is just the basic things, but the more advanced ones are like here, which I'm showing you. This is an AI model I created, but it's for AI engineers basically. So it's not for consumers. So like if people want to, like it's not always possible for AI engineers to train on data, or so like every time they see a new data. So this is basically for AI engineers to like it's an AI that can train my classification AI. So this is basically what we are seeing here is like this particular model. It is going through documents and searching for information. So it's trying to recognize patterns. It's like a self-learn mechanism, you can call it. So it saves the time of engineers. And this is just a code snippet of that. And this is just quickly I show you how I trained it on cloud, on AWS. So this is just a quick demonstration. It's not clear, but it's all right. So I go back to this is the final one. This is where the one that works more like ChatGPT. So here I show you the ChatGPT, like where you ask the questions, and here where first I'll show you, start with this, and then I'll come with this. So here I ask an AI to read through a letter and tell me in 2 sentences what the letter is about, summarizing. Now, I have to mention that I don't have a lot of computer resources, so it can only give me 2 sentences. So because of lack of time and computer resources. So it's the letter basically talking about some US laws. So I downloaded that letter. So for the last portion of my demo, yes. So I have some for my chatbot. I have some pre-prepared questions. So so the question is about what is Deloitte, the company, is forecasting in regards to the economy of UK. So it has trained on a lot of documents. Some of them are news reports, so it can provide that answer. So I just 2 more questions, and we are done. Then I go back to my. So the question is, when did Martin Johnson play his final match? Martin Johnson is a rugby player. So it read through information regarding Martin Johnson. So from what it knows from the news report, it collects and gives the answer. That's how ChatGPT also works at the end. So the last question. So the last question is, who is Stanley Fischer? Well, we'll ask what it is, but it doesn't know exactly who is Stanley Fischer. So it will give it a response it knows. So it just gives up a response because it have not been trained on Stanley Fischer, like the biography of Stanley Fischer. So there are questions like, if you ask you can ask any question you want, like it will give you an answer, but it can only give you correct answers if it has been trained on that information. So it's basically like, just to have a test, I will just ask what is the capital of France, but it has not trained on the capital of France, because So it knows there is a village called Savan, so it gives you that response. So let's go to my presentation. Where is my presentation? Okay. So now that's for the demo. So I show you how it works under the engines. So since I have very low computers like this, I used a transformer-based neural network. That is one AI model for classification, and for the AI model to self-learn, like I showed you, that is it uses a clustering algorithm. And then k-means, and then for the summarizer and the chatbot, it uses Facebook Bot Large. Those are on the library. You can download that and you can train it. But it's not OpenAI. It's not. So, and then for the, I also used for the another model for the clustering and chatbot is called All Mini ML6 to just to take the question, and but that is not my main models. My main models are the ones you see. And as I already mentioned, I trained on 10,000 and I deployed it on cloud. So this is how it looks like on the architecture level. So how it looks like is like when I ask a question, it will go to the chatbot, and the chatbot, it will look into a library and look into the answer in the library, and then it will the documents are basically here stored in this area. So it will look into the library and then use this AI to generate the answer. And this classification is another AI, and it's purely simple. But the chatbot is a little bit tricky. Okay, so for the chatbot, what I did was this is just information. I used an algorithm called FAIS, Facebook AIs, and then I used a RAG. That is I mean, I don't think all chatbots work on RAG, but from what I know is I can also do it, and created a library, algorithms to search for the documents with the answer. So it will the FAIS algorithm. It will look through all the library, and if I'm talking about World War II, it will look for all documents related to World War II, and then which has the closest match. It will take that document to provide that is an algorithm, how a chatbot finds the answer. And also, lastly, I would like to implement, for example, I asked the question, what is the capital of France? It gave a wrong answer because. But I would like to put a cutoff point, like if it's a confidence level is too low, it will just say I don't know the answer, like sorry, like that. But I have not. That's why. And this is how it looks. I'll just show you quickly how it looks in the cloud. So I wouldn't go through everything. Just the one thing about in the cloud is that all AI models are stored in a model registry. So that is just one thing. But in cloud, it looks a little different. This is the library, and these are the AI models. So it's on AWS. So I took a long time to piece together this, develop the pipeline. And then deploying the chatbot was also a bit hard because I had made my chatbot on local, and then I had to put it as a container. So now I have to Dockerize it as a container and put it in an image and push it to AWS. Only then the AI on AWS is SageMaker. Only then it can use my chatbot logic. So it kind of pushing it as a container to AI was a bit hard on AWS. It's a bit long presentation, so okay, I'll just skip this one. So this one, this is my AI on my different AI models on Sage on AWS. So each time I create a new version of my AI, I store it under different versions. So it will always use the latest version. So, and once this is the Docker image, and these are the AI endpoints from AWS. So it's in service. So this is my classification model. This is my chatbot model. This is my summarization model. So yeah, I'm happy with all this what I've done, but there are a lot of things that are missing, like basic pre-processing, like documents are all. It's but I'm happy with my progress. I can improve upon it. So a lot of things, and how I can improve, like maybe one good thing is that I put it in our open source, so people can put bigger models, and so I would like to finish my cloud architecture, not just with endpoints, but make it a real application, like, and automatically train on cloud. So at every month with new documents. So the most difficult parts are the Docker container, the AWS AI model registry, and creating the models themselves. And this is the last portion of my presentation. So the ethical implications. So one of the good things is that it protects people's private information. It's an alternative to ChatGPT, where they can feel secure, and also it's open source, so it can be used everywhere. But the other possible problems is that hackers can target my application specifically because there are private information there. I don't think they'll gain anything by accessing ChatGPT, and also if everyone starts developing open source AI models, there's a AI arms race and competition. Like, it's going to be bad for probably the tech sector. So I have to improve my model. I have to think about the ethical consequences of my open source, and once I do that, maybe I will perhaps after some time release it. And you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can also look at my project on my GitHub and contact me on email. This is just all the full list of technologies. And also I won't go through everything. Just also mention that I also trained on Google Colab, which is like AWS SageMaker. But thank you. Do you have any questions? Yes. Any questions? Yes.
Thank you for the presentation. It's a very nice project because RAG is very important. It's the main point in a lot of technology company today. So yes. Very interesting subject.
Yes.
It was very clean and clearly. During the development, what is the main problem and how do you solve it?
My main problem was developing the logic for the classification and summarization. I didn't know which was the library which is best for this. I started with the first 2 weeks. I started with the model, but it wasn't going in the correct direction. So I had to restart the whole thing, and this time use different libraries. And this time the answers were the results were getting quite good. And then, but at least my AWS pipeline I had started it at the same time together, but I didn't have any didn't have to restart my AWS pipeline. But the model development, I had to restart it. So AWS. When I finished my backend, the AWS pipeline, then I moved back to AWS to finish the pipeline. Okay. Yes, and then I faced issues with AWS again. Yes, so it's like time constraints. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Any questions? Yes. Mike.
You say early when you ask some question, you're gonna to share information into your document. But how do you handle conflicting information between your document?
Yes, it's a good question. So there is a FICE, which is the algorithm. So it has an algorithm that like it will read our question and it will search for the document which is which has the closest answer. Like so, if there is it will look for certain. If there is a document about that subject, it will give it a score. Like if it has a high score, it will give each document a score. So it will go for the documents with the highest score. But of course, like AI can get confused. Sometimes it can give the wrong document with the high score, and that is when it gives a wrong answer. But in the end, it will give only one answer, and it can be wrong sometimes. But it gives every document a score. Like it looks for the question, searches and then based on the score, it gives it. So hope I answered your question. Is there any other question? You have a question? Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, so very nice presentation.
Thank you.
It's not a question, but more like just a comment.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's important to preserve confidential information.
Yes.
So your application is like something to work on. So
Okay.
it's very good.
Thank you.
And also a question, actually.
Yes.
I was wondering how you can train, like, if you can train an unlimited amount of documents
Mm-hmm.
with your application.
How I can train unlimited amount?
Yes. How and if you can.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, the one main thing is important is that you have to have a lot of GPU power, a lot of very good computers to be able to train a huge document. ChatGPT, OpenAI, it trains on Wikipedia, so on websites. So first thing is that you need the infrastructure. And secondly, getting the documents may not be a bit of a problem because a lot of documents are in open source. And also you can go through internet pages and read from. But that is not the problem. The infrastructure, the GPU, that is the problem. For my model, that is exactly why I put it in open source, so that if somebody can have access to GPU, the infrastructure is there. They just have to take my model and change the AI, put bigger models, or modify my AI, and just train on the documents. They don't have to start from the beginning, like step by step. So for them, that is the exact purpose of my my software. It's for that purpose. They can do it for that, or they can do it like a hobby, or that's it. It's like a thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.